Hello dog lovers, my name is Saro, and in this video I'm going to talk about dogs, crate training and crates. So before we get started in training part of crate training itself, let me explain a few things. First of all, dogs are not den or crate animals. What that means is, for example, wolves, they only stay in a den for 8 weeks when they have their puppies. And after that, they leave the den. So naturally, they're not den animals. So for that reason, you can't force a dog to like a den or a crate or kennel. So what that means is sometimes some dogs like the crate. Some dogs don't like it. You just have to figure out if your dog likes it or not. The way you're going to figure it out is you're going to introduce the crate or the kennel to your dog. So here's what I mean. So here I have Rio. He's a chocolate lab and he hasn't been crate trained yet, and he's still a puppy. He's under a year old, so he's still a puppy and he hasn't been introduced to crate yet. So what I usually suggest you to do is you need to put the crate or the kennel in the middle of your room or living room or wherever, and just leave it for a few days with the gate or the door open, and see if your dog or your puppy is going to show any interest in this box. So just leave it and see if your dog is going to go in it or not. So I've left it here for now a few hours, and Rio has been just sniffing it, and once or twice he's just gone inside and come outside. So he's just kind of being introduced to it. Don't force your dog in there. What I mean by that is don't grab your dog and push your dog or place your dog or puppy in the crate. Let them figure it out. Let them kind of like it naturally to go in there. And the other thing is, other tip that I have is don't throw food or treats in there, or don't put their toys, anything like that. Again, you want them to like it and be introduced to it and show interest on their own naturally, without any force, without any pressure. Now, if you leave this kennel in the middle of the room or the living room for a few days, and your dog shows interest and goes inside and sleeps in it and hangs out in it, that's great. So here we go. He just went in there and he's kind of hanging in there. So I'm just going to close the door, see how he feels. I'm not going to, leave him in there too long. I'm going to see, I'm going to watch for signs of stress, if he's stressed or not. If he's hating it, well, he's sad. It means that's good. He's not panting, he just yawned. It could be stress sign. He's not showing major stress signals, so I'm not worried about it. He's relaxed kind of. So this is what I mean. So as soon as you see a chance and an opportunity that your dog or puppy goes in the crate, close the gate for a minute or so, and then open it up and let him out. So let them explore it on their own and just test it for a few times, see how they feel in it. Don't force them, don't make it big deal. Let them figure it out and let them learn to like it. Now, if your dog doesn't show interest in the crate, that means that dog is not interested in crate. You can't crate train them, that's fine, just leave it as is. The last thing is, if you're really desperate and you have no other choice and you need to get your dog to crate train because you have to leave them for a few hours in the crate, then you go to the next level. You can put their bed in there and see if they're going to show interest. Now, the other tip that I can share with you is you want to exercise your dog so your dog is mentally and physically stimulated. And when they feel tired, then you can kind of, if you have a puppy, you can lift them up and place them in the crate and let them sleep in there, and without the gate closed, and leave the gate open. If you have an adult dog, before you let them sleep, maybe guide them there, because they're mentally tired, they will automatically find a cozy place to sleep. So leave them sleep in there and let them go through this process few times. So crate training also takes a time, a long time. Either, again, depends on the situation, depends on the dog, depends on how many times you practice it. So it may take a week, or it may take a month, or even a few months until they're really crate trained. So take that time to introduce and also encourage the dog to be in the crate. And once they are comfortable to be in the crate, then you can close the gate or the door and see how they feel, and just continue on in a way that it's not forced to a dog or a puppy. And the last tip that I have is when you're placing your puppy or dog in a crate and you want to sleep at night, leave the crate by your bed so your dog can see and feel you. That helps them to reduce the stress level, and it will help them to sleep throughout the night. Until years ago, we've been taught and told that you should put the dog in the crate and put the crate in the furthest room in the house, so let them cry out all night and then ignore them, which is very traumatic for a dog or a puppy to feel that way. That doesn't work anymore. Those are the old systems, old dog training systems. They don't work. Today we suggest you to leave the dog or the puppy in the crate and leave the crate by your bed and let them sleep by your side. If you have any questions about dogs, dog training, or anything to do with dogs, make sure to leave the question in the comments area so I can address them in my future videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and also comment about this video. And I'll see you next time on my next video. Until next time, have fun with your dog.